So I don't see when we are live, actually.
I think we are live.
Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome to this closing session of the conference. So here we are. This is the second time we organize a joint conference with ECSP and ECGSC. And we are very, very proud of this joint organization and this amazing collaboration we had so far for 2 years now. And as it will be announced in this closing session, you will see that this collaboration will still go on for next year. So we still will collaborate together in the future, and this is a very amazing opportunity and news. So this closing session, we still have some announcement to do, starting by the best paper awards. I think this is something that people were looking forward to. And in order to present the nominees, I will give the mic to Stefan and Aurora, who are our PC chairs for this year.
Okay, thank you, Reda. In this edition, we have 5 nominees for the best research paper. This paper obtained the higher scores from the reviewers of the research track. In order to choose the winner, all the conference chairs, except those with a conflict of interest, gave scores between 1 to 5 points, and the paper with the higher average scores wins the award. So the 5 research papers nominated for the best paper award are
timestamp-based consistency checking of collaboratively developed engineering artifacts by Michael Alexander Trolls, Atif Mashkour, and Alexander Egyet. Towards shaping the software lifecycle with methods and practices by Jill Klünder, Melanie Busch, Natalie Dehn, and Oliver Karas from Leibniz University Hanover in Germany. Understanding barriers to internal startups in large organizations, evidence from a globally distributed company by Thor Sporsem, Anastasia Klaglich, Niels Bredemo, and Marius Mikkelsen from Sintef in Trondheim in Norway. And Task Allocator, a recommendation approach for role-based task allocation in agile software development by Said Shafiq, Atif Mashkour, Christoph Meyer-Dorn, and Alexander Egyet. And finally, hierarchical distribution of consistency-relevant changes in a collaborative engineering environment, again by Michael Alexander Trolls, Atif Mashkour, and Alexander Egyet. I did not tell from which organization they are for 3 papers because 3 of them are all from the Johannes Kepler University in Linz, Austria. So we have seen a very productive group here this year with many high quality contributions to our program. And now we will disclose who will be the winner of this award.
So the best paper award, the best research paper award goes to Michael Trolls, Atif Mashkour, and Alexander Egyet for the paper timestamp-based consistency checking of collaborative developed engineering artifacts. So congratulations.
Great. So now we will also announce the best paper awards for the industry track, and in that I will leave the hand to Barastu and Jens.
So let's have a look to the next award, the Best Paper Industry Award. And we also had 3 very strong, I think, competitors there. So the first paper towards shaping the software lifecycle with methods and practices by Jill Klünder, Melanie Busch, Natalie Dehn, and Oliver Karas. This is a paper that is based on the results of a survey of practitioners and discusses the use and coverage of different methods and practices across the software development lifecycle. The second paper that you can see here, Understanding Barriers to Internal Startups in Large Organizations, by Thor Sporsem, Anastasia Klaglich, sorry for the pronunciation, Niels Bredemö, and Marius Mikkelsen. That is basically based on a multi-case study of internal startups inside a larger organization as a way basically to foster innovation, and also discusses the observed areas. And the last candidate that we have here, the last paper towards understanding of employee motivation for software inner sourcing by Shinobu Saito and Yukako Imura. That's basically a paper about based on employee interviews and what motivates them to participate in so-called company internal inner sourcing projects that make use of open source like best practices and cultures. And as was basically explained for the research papers, we followed a very similar approach, quite not a surprise. And so we pre-selected the papers based on their review scores and fitting to the award category. And after that, we ended up with these 3 papers. And then all the chairs of the conference voted for the 3 papers and gave points from 1 to 3. And again, also not a surprise, the one with the highest amount of points then won. So let us have a look to the final results. And for this, it's a special honor for us to welcome and hand over to Ipek Otskaya. She is the IEEE Software Editor-in-Chief and will announce this year's winner. So Ipek, thank you very much for joining our session, and I hand it over to you now.
Well, thanks for having me. Typically, I attend the entire conference as well at ICSI. This year, I'm glimpsing things here and there. Everything is happening all at the same time, and we're all overwhelmed. So hopefully next year, we will welcome all of you in Pittsburgh in 2022, and this will go. But I think this has a new meaning and new importance in this new pandemic and COVID world with global software engineering. So I really appreciate this collaboration. So maybe it's time to announce the recipients, if we can advance the slide.
Coming.
All right, so it's my pleasure to award the Best Industry Experience Paper Award to the paper Towards Shaping the Software Lifecycle with Methods and Practices by Jill Glunder, Melanie Bush, Natalie Dan, and Olvil Karas. Congratulations.
So congratulations for our awards. And for the next slide, I would like that Daria join me for thanking everyone.
I'm here to thank you on behalf of the organizing committee for being with us. This was a very exciting event for us, a very new experience with. We're very happy that people from our 2 communities, from ICGC, ICSSP communities have joined, but also people we haven't met in these conferences before have joined our sessions. At the peak, we had 60 participants in the room. Now we have 43. So overall, it is kind of a good standard for virtual events, and we're very thankful for everyone to join.
Yeah. And we would like to especially thanks our keynote speakers and the panelists. Daria, you just have the panel with our panelists, so we would like to warmly thank them for joining this session, for the very amazing debates we had in the panel.
And if you haven't managed to see any of the keynote speeches or the panel, please browse around in the program, and these talks have been recorded and are available for Clouder users. And after the conference, ICSI has also promised to make them available in the YouTube.
That's worth mentioning. Great, thanks. Daria, would you go on with this one?
Yes, we also thank all the speakers. You can see a lot of people have put a lot of effort into preparing the pre-recorded presentations and doing that on time so that the processing of the videos is done and making our contributing to the success of this event. Thanks all to all the speakers.
And we also want to go on and thanks very warmly all the members of the program committee. As you have noticed, each track has their own PC members, and they've been doing a great job in reviewing all the papers. Some of them took over extra reviews. Everything was done smoothly, and we want to really, really warmly thank them for their great job. Okay, I think they can close them here because they did really a great job. Okay, so finally, we would like to thank the organization team. Okay, so as you have noticed, we have PC chairs for each of the different tracks. So I would start by thanking very, very warmly Stefan and Aura. Thank you very much for their enormous work they've been doing for almost a year now. Okay, so thank you very much, Stefan.
Thank you. Was a lot of fun. Thank you.
We will miss the weekly meetings with you guys.
We can continue.
Yeah, that has been a year of weekly meeting. We also would like to thank Jens and Paris too. They are our industry chairs. Okay, Jens and Paris too, maybe you want to jump in?
Yeah, thank you very much also for organizing everything. And a special thanks also to Stefan, who took over also a lot of work, I think, regarding the industry track and organizing the presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also our doctoral chairs, Nicole and Jamal. Yes.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, that was a great team to be part of. So thank you for inviting.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to work with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And our savers, okay, those that really helped put in place this virtual event. They were working like at the very last moment, adding participants and making sure that everything is working. So we would like to thank Paulo and Igor. Thank you very much for putting all this in place. I don't know if Igor and Paulo are here.
A lot of life-saving experiences with you guys.
Yeah, I can say that it was challenging because Clouder was a brand new tool that none of us was used to. I can say that now I know how to use it at the end of the conference, but every time something new showed up, I had to seek for support everywhere. But ended up that went fine. So it was great to work with you guys. A lot of fun, and that's it. I don't know if Tolo has something else to say, but for me, it was a great pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paulo, and Igor. Thanks. And we have also Ruben, who was taking care of the social media and tweeting the different events of the conference. So thank you, Ruben. Are you here, Ruben?
Yeah, thank you. I hope that all my tweets reach you, and well, thanks for all the participation and activity in the social media.
Very well, thanks. I think we will keep like posting the different links that some people asked for instance, for the recorded videos and so on. So please follow the tweets of Ruben, so we will add more information if needed, okay? And of course, we would like to thank our industry license for advertising the events. They are not here with us, but maybe they are on the other side of the screen. We would like to thank them very much for their precious help. Thanks. Okay, so this is time to talk about our plans for next year. I don't know if Anita succeeded to join us in the backstage.
Unfortunately, we see that she is experiencing some technical problems.
Okay.
In endeavor as a virtual chair of the conference, I somehow failed. So she's not able to join the backstage for some reason. So she has technical issues.
Well, I will then introduce briefly the plans, and I will give the mic to Igor, who is our next co-PC chair for next year. Okay. So the next edition of the joint conference will be held in Pittsburgh next year. So there's going to be the weekend before ICSI. So we're going to be physically, let's say, close and co-located to ICSI, but not in the same venue. And it will be, as I mentioned, the weekend just right before the ICSI conference. And the general chair for the next edition will be Anita Carlton for SAEI. And I'm sorry she's not here because yesterday she was giving to us those slides and she was introducing how she would foresee the event for next year, and she was so enthusiastic about it. And she could talk about the social event she has in mind, about the main theme, about all the program they are already preparing for us for the next year. So I can barely have the same words and enthusiasm she was giving to us yesterday, but believe me, she's already working on the program, on the main theme, on the organization, on everything. So the conference will be held in Pittsburgh, as I said, in the Carnegie Mellon University, and more specifically at the Software Engineering Institute building. Okay. And Igor is our program co-chair. So Igor, maybe you can step in.
I can. So it'll be again like a joint venture. I think this collaboration has been successful so far. So both steering boards decided to stay together for next year. I'll be helping on organizing the program and the conference itself with Anita, along with Anita Carlton. And we expect to have a really nice event, which will be supported by SEI and held at SEI, which will be like a great pleasure for both of the conference, I believe. We expect to see all of you there. We expect to have a nice program as we had this year, and I'm pretty sure that we'll have a really fun program. And Anita has many good ideas. I've been talking to David and Lee these days, and they are full of enthusiasm and really happy that this is happening this way next year. So I hope to see all of you there. It'll be really fun, I believe, in person. Hopefully, that's that's for me is the biggest news that we'll be able to meet in person most probably next year. So let's hope for the best. And thank you all for being here.
Yeah, thank you. And please start writing your papers for next year. And we're really looking forward to meeting you in person this time, because we missed our community. We missed meeting people in front. Daria, would you join us?
Yes, I would like to join you with anticipating the next year, and just to make sure that everyone is understanding, we are going to hold the conference in May, so it's we're not changing the date, but we do not know yet which dates will be. And for the call for papers and for submitting papers, please stay tuned. The website for the joint event will appear in the coming months.
Great.
And I do hope for the dinner that Filippo is missing here this time, and to be able to continue the debates about the new future in person and discuss further, and not being thrown out of the audiences as we experienced in the last 2 days. I really hope for that.
Okay, great. So maybe it's time to say goodbye. So thank you to everyone, and hope we can see you next year. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
We have an open room. Everybody may join us. It's